Hey guys, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naudia Giovonni, if you didn't know. If you're a new subscriber here, hey girl. If you're returning, hey. Just make sure you hit the subscribe button below and let's get right into this topic. So I didn't plan on coming on YouTube today, but I'm feeling extra good after church and I just have a few things to say to a certain amount of people, maybe everybody that watched this video or just one person, but I have a message for someone. If you feel like throwing in the towel, you're just starting your spiritual walk, you're lost, or you're stuck in transition, this is for you. Don't give up. I know that it could be easier said than done, and no, walking on this walk with God is not easy. If anyone told you that, Naudia Giovonni is here to let you know it is not easy. Walking this walk with God is very hard and very challenging, but it's well worth it. A lot of times we get stuck, and because we're in the world still, we have to see everyday worldly things, that we get stuck in trying to walk the straight and narrow path with God, or wanting to sway off and do things of the world. Or you may be stuck in a situation where you've been walking your straight and narrow path, but it's just God hasn't seemed to let up and give you a break. Well, I'm here to tell you that God is going to give you a break in due time. Just have faith and endurance. When I was still struggling with my walk with God, it was very hard. I kept going back to addictions, going back to relationships, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it's just like I kept going in cycles, and it just seemed like my life wasn't getting better. And I started to get mad at God for it. When in reality, I had to take a look in the mirror and realize that it's certain things that God is teaching me. It's certain lessons that he is trying to teach me, but I won't learn my lessons, so he keeps taking me through the same lesson. And that could be some of you. You could be stuck in a same situation or stagnant, stuck in the same job, relationship, finances ain't increasing. Look at what he's trying to teach you, because that could be why you feel like throwing in the towel, because you feel like you're doing good, which you are. I'm here to tell you, I'm proud of you. If nobody told you, your big sister's proud of you. But don't give up on your walk with God. It's not going to be easy. Learn your lesson. Own your lesson. That's where a lot of us go wrong at. You have to own your lesson. When you have learned something from a situation, own it. Don't learn the lesson, then go back to the same lesson and then expecting God to send you a breakthrough. I have 3 tips for you to remember when you feel like giving up or feel like throwing in the towel. Tip number 1, don't miss your mark. Keep moving forward. I know a lot of times you may feel like you're not succeeding or you haven't improved, but you have. God is proud of you. If you are watching this video today, that means you have improved. You are fighting the depression. You are fighting them thoughts, and you are still trying to be better. So I'm proud of you. But it may be certain times where we may miss our mark because we stay in certain situations, or we stay in certain relationships, or we don't learn how to manage our finances, so we're still stuck in the same situation. But just know, just because you missed your mark a few times doesn't mean you have missed your ultimate mark. If God has woken you up today, that means you haven't missed your mark. He still have an assignment on your life. You just have to believe that that assignment is capable of being done by you, which it is. So don't miss your mark. Keep moving forward. Keep going forward. Even if you missed it in the past is the past. Today is today, and tomorrow is tomorrow. Worry about today and then move on till tomorrow, and keep going, and don't miss your mark. Keep going, girl. Why would you give up? Ask yourself that. Let's think of a situation. If someone told you, you don't run, you don't work out or whatever, or you do, but somebody told you, run around a track field 3 times and I'll give you $50,000. Would you not run around that track field? Now, unless you can't, like, due to physical disabilities or something like that, then okay. But if you are capable, wouldn't you run around that track field 3 times? So why would you allow the battle that you are fighting to get to your breakthrough, to get to your promised land, to just end because you've had enough? You give up, you feel tired, you feel like you're not capable, you feel like you're not good enough, you're still probably stuck in the addiction, you're probably still smoking weed, still lustful, but God can still use you. We are in a world full of sin. God does not expect us to not sin every day. We are living human beings. We're going to sin. God cannot work in our lives if we're not sinning. He can deliver us from the sin. If we were sin free, everybody would be walking around going to heaven. It's a battle every day, and that's why you got to keep pressing forward. And tip number 2, which goes back to tip number 1, don't quit. You don't just get to throw in the towel. That's not God's people. God has given you supernatural strength to keep pushing forward, to keep going towards the purpose he has for you. So don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Don't say, God, I'm done, I'm tired. You could throw your hands up, throw a tantrum, but then get right back up and continue doing what God called you to do, because that is obedience, and obedience brings blessings. It brings supernatural blessings, miracles, anything that you may be praying to God for, he's going to give it to you. Just always know that as long as you're fighting, God is in the fight with you. As long as you run into that finish line, God is running with you. It may seem like in a physical realm, like your world is crashing down, but in reality, it's not. It's not. Look at it as an opportunity to grow. Look at the devil trying to come, the enemy trying to come to attack you, as a good sign that your breakthrough is right there. Your blessing is right there. You may not see it with your eyes, but it's there. It's there, and it's bigger than you can imagine. Which brings me to tip number 3, remain humble. God is too good for us to just give up on his assignment. He's too good to us. Some of us may not feel like we deserve blessings, but God doesn't think that. He still blesses us. Some of us may feel like we're not good enough for this person. We're not good enough to take this position, or we're not good enough for the finances that God has blessed us with. But God thinks we are, because we are. You have to remember the Father that we serve, the God that we serve. He is a forgiving God. He's a great God. He's a gracious God. Remember that when you think about giving up on this walk with God, or you feel like it's too hard and you want to return back to the world. Remember that our God saved you from certain situations that no human can save you from. He has been there with you. He has given you strength. He has given you blessings, even when you felt like you didn't deserve it. Remember that when you're ready to throw in the towel. Like, my God is a great God. Why would I give up on what he is telling me to do? And he's blessed me with more than I can ask for. And tips to anyone that is trying to return back to the world, it's nothing there. Like, I have been on this walk with God, the straight and narrow path walk, for about a year, and I kept returning to the world, coming back, returning to the world, coming back. And every time I would return back to the world, I would be like, what did I return back to the world for? Like, I'm still depressed, I'm still depleted, I'm smoking weed 4 or 5 times a day, I'm still with the same toxic ex, I'm still going out partying. This is not fun. I'd rather be in the house and praise God and travel and have ultimate peace and serenity. It's nothing in the world. This is all temporary. All this is temporary. When you die and you transition to the promised land, to the kingdom of heaven, all this is not going to be there. So just remember that. Like, it's nothing in the world that is offering me. It's all just the enemy games and tactics to pull me closer to him so I can go to hell, if we're being real. Which brings me to my final tip. Fight. Fight for your lesson. Don't give up. All of my tips has realigned to one thing, which is don't give up. Have faith and keep pushing. No matter how hard this walk is, no matter how tired you are, just whenever you feel like that, just get on your knees and raise your hands and tell God, I'm tired. But just meditate and pray to him and get up and keep pushing forward. Because in the end, you're going to be so proud of yourself that you did not give up, even when you wanted to, even when the enemy was in your head trying to get you to give up. You're going to be so happy you didn't do it. Do not give up. Do not give up. If you are new to Christ and you don't have supporters, your family may not be supporters of Christ, or you don't really have friends, YouTube is your best friend. God is your best friend, first of all, but YouTube is your best friend. It is resources and communities and groups and churches that will help you stay on this walk, but keep pushing forward. Do not give up. Do not throw in the towel, and do not return back to the world. I'm so proud of you that you decided to let the world go and to walk this path with God. It's going to be lonely at the top, but it's going to be worth it. You keep fighting your fight, and God is going to come through at the right time with your ultimate blessing, and you're going to be so happy you didn't give up. Which brings me to the end of my video. I hope you guys liked this. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and something in this video resonated with y'all. If you guys need an ultimate prayer guide, if you are new to praying, you don't know how to pray, just hit the link in my bio below. It has a ultimate prayer guide and a 21-day financial breakthrough challenge ebook. Both of those are created by me. Both of those help me get a financial breakthrough, learn prayer. I just kept doing what I put in those books, and I received a breakthrough. I'm better at praying. So if you need help with praying, the link is below, and just make sure you subscribe to my channel. I hope you all have a beautiful week. God is good. Remember that, and keep fighting. Bye.